Professor Matuko, for that. Okay, so we'll go to the speakers. I've added 3 speakers. So, guys, if you can just pose a question, just a single question each, then they can respond. So, I'll start with Mercy, then I'll go to Dr. Moses, then I'll end up with him, Daraji. So, Mercy, if you want to pose your question.
Hey, Titus. Murukuti kwadza pano. You know, when we just pose questions and there's no context, there's nothing, we lose that opportunity to engage the leaders because it's not something we have all the time. But I will observe. My question is, I'm confused actually why we are even talking about a referendum when the bill itself clearly attempts to avoid that, therefore making the bill unconstitutional and improper. On this aspect, the referendums that you're talking about are now these 2 referendums. The first referendum, which is to extend the length, the time, the width, the breadth, or whatever. And the other is for who benefits from it, the incumbents benefit. Now, the Constitution is very clear on these 2 aspects of the term and beneficiation. It says no bill can have those 2 aspects in the same bill. So the bill is, if you are now asking for 2 referendums, you are doing a forgiveness on the improper unconstitutional act that ZANU-PF did. And you're saying, let's ignore the technicality, but let's proceed to the 2 referendums. That should have never happened. And now you are allowing ZANU-PF to do an on-go, which is you're doing presumptive work. You want 2 referendums of what? The Constitution tried to protect the citizens and said you must never be asked these 2 questions at the same time. We must deal with the first question first. Do you want to extend the term? And we must be asked that properly. As this is it's not one where the bill doesn't do it and then we end up begging for it as if it's a hostage situation. We must be asked for a referendum, or we should ask for a referendum. A decision must be made whether we want one. It should not be assumed that we want a referendum and go beg for one because ZANU-PF yatitangira to ask a question. Then when you're saying we want 2 referendums, which one do you want first from ZANU-PF? In this presumptive that we have already gone through the first one, it is okay. To back things. I believe we are also now becoming not defenders of referendums, instead of returning the bill as improper and unconstitutional and leaving the citizens of Zimbabwe alone and not bothering them with unconstitutional things. Because ZANU, if it had been you who had written that bill, would not forgive this technicality, would not allow you to bundle these 2 issues and on your behalf request 2 referendums presumptively, like one has been done and you have results. So why are we doing that is my question. Why are we conscientizing citizens to now start preparing for referendums that ordinarily The manner in which they must go through the process to get
Right,
there
Marcy.
is
We don't have time. I think you've
you
made
get,
the
yeah,
point.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to, because everyone I've asked tries to avoid this question.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I will. Yeah. We'll give them the opportunity to speak. I think they've gotten the question. Can we go on to the next one, please? If you can get one question, please, one question at a time, so that we accommodate as many people as as possible. So, Dr. Moses, please come through.
Thank you, Uncle Jed. Thank you, the speakers. I just want to maybe first acknowledge the role that you are playing to defend the Constitution. Maybe my question kind of follow up to the question that has been asked by the CDF representative, because it is based on what I think needs to be done for us to be able to successfully fight against the 2030. The question of unity within the opposition. We have spent countless hours on these spaces. Some of us saying that we need to unite, we need to build bridges. As long as someone is saying, let's defend the Constitution, we need to join that particular person. But we have seen a very fragmented terrain where there are some among us who think that, oh, this person or this organization or this one does not have the moral high ground to defend the Constitution because you have done this before, you have done that, you do not have the credibility. And we have tried as much as we can to say, let us set all this aside. This. So and I'm going to be very truthful, and maybe
Guys,
uncomfortable.
guys, can we get to the questions part, guys? Can we get to the questions part?
Okay,
I understand, the urge to want to contextualize, but unfortunately, we are running against
okay,
time.
okay, okay. Thank
Please.
you. So my question is, because I don't kind of see this unity without leadership telling us to say, let us set this aside. So that unit, I don't see it. And maybe are you also working with progressive, some elements within ZANU-PF that are opposed to the agenda, even though we know they are opposed for sake of the interests that have nothing to do with the people. Thanks.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Mdaraji, do you want to quickly give
My,
your question, please?
thank you very much, Ango Jeda. My first question is, Professor and Tendai, how illegal is this bill, and what do we do with the illegality or illegal bill? And if the courts in Zimbabwe fail us, what is our recourse? Those are the two questions I want to ask. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you very much. Can I don't know, between the the two of you who wants to go first. I mean, which question do you want to tackle? I see it, Honorable BT. You